we're going to get to Luke Misa first on this year's list, and I'm going to him right away because he's one of the most exciting prospects in this class from my perspective, and frankly one of my favorites to watch as I've done prep for this draft. Because of his size, he finds himself all over the place with regards to his rankings. His Elite Prospects page has him from a height of 25 all the way through a floor of 71, with a glut of the rankings putting him right in the range of 44 to 46 where the Penguins are going to make their first two picks. Misa's a puck hound, a carry-in merchant, and a tenacious style of player. Great on the forecheck, he drives to the battle areas willingly, despite his size, and has no qualms about taking a hit to make a play. From a forecheck perspective, he really comes in waves, shift after shift, hounding the puck. He took on sole responsibility for carrying it in on the power play this year. He was the drop pass recipient for his team. All the typical stuff about small players kind of is going to get repeated here, but I wouldn't be surprised if Misa makes a lot of people feel stupid for passing on him in the first two rounds. The Penguins don't have a player of this style in their ranks at all right now. Tarek Parise isn't the type of player I'd usually put on this kind of list because, being 100% transparent here, his skating is going to need a lot of work. He gets to his top speed quickly, but his top speed isn't much to write home about. What Parise lacks above his peers in skating, he makes up for in anticipation, hockey sense, and a nose for the net. What does hockey sense mean for this player in this situation? It means getting to read base goal scoring areas before his competition does. This isn't rock'em sock'em banging home rebounds type stuff. Parise is as good of a passer as he is a finisher. His ability to make slick, one-touch plays, combined with his penchant for winning puck battles, extends possessions for his team and racks up scoring chances for his line. Parise has a pro-level understanding of how to score goals and isn't afraid to put it to use. That's something that some players never fully develop. The question is, can his skating play catch up to the rest of his game? Henry Muse is one of the most exciting skaters in this draft class, full stop. After an impressive rookie campaign in the OHL, Muse left some folks feeling disappointed with his offensive output in his sophomore season, as he only scored 3 more goals than his first year and in 10 more games played. There's also an air of downright volatility around Muse's game. He is, by nature, a bona fide offensive defenseman. With that comes great helpings of spiritual journeys into the offensive zone with possession of the puck that can leave some messes to clean up if they don't go so well. I think concerns about his defense are overblown and mostly tied to his desire to snatch and go with the puck. Everything Muse does is about his skating. His speed, agility, edge work, and reverse pivot are downright magical to watch. He routinely jukes opposing players out of their skates with lateral edge moves or shoulder dips that send him off to the races by himself. There's no doubt Muse's game needs some element of control to it. This is one of the better offensive skill sets for a defenseman in this entire draft class. You'll take the unrefined warts simply because the offensive ceiling is so high and he can do so much for your breakout and puck movement. Sam O'Reilly is the type of player who screams pro in every facet of his game. As a rookie on a very good London team, he found himself deployed in all types of situations and clearly earned a ton of trust from the coaching staff. O'Reilly has a ton of tools at his disposal that you expect from players that are much older than him. Whether it's the use of his stick to smartly break up oncoming plays, his reliability in the defensive zone and his off-puck behaviors, or his willingness to just be a space creator for his teammates, O'Reilly doesn't really have any glaring weaknesses to his game. I think his skating is unremarkable but adequate. His most underrated aspect is probably his playmaking ability. O'Reilly always seems to make the right play at the right tempo at the right time when he's in transition. He's reliable on zone entries and takes calculated risks in the offensive zone. I think he's great at losing himself in the fray, finding open space. His release is very much no nonsense. He doesn't need the puck to be in a perfect position. He doesn't need to settle it down. It's just old school power and accuracy. With O'Reilly heading into his second year and producing these results already, there's a low floor and a high ceiling on this kind of player. Matt V Gidden is an import from Russia who absolutely tore up the USHL this year and ended the campaign with the league's highest point total. Gidden plays the game like a bully when he has the puck on his stick. When he gets ahead of steam, he's an extremely hard player to knock off the puck or dispossess in any one-on-one situation. Gidden plays like he's a step ahead of everyone on the ice, and nobody knows it better than him. He's extremely confident in possession and will sneak in combinations of physical drives to the net with nifty puck handling skills that lead to no-look, tape-to-tape dispatches to his teammates. There's some discussion about Gidden's aloofness without the puck, and sometimes a downright question of his effort level from some scouts. I'm not sure where I fall on that scale, but I believe this is an opportunity to trust the development ability of your hockey operations program and double down on all the things Gidden's good at. That's a really long list. That being said, I don't think there are many red flags here, if any at all. Gidden is heading to Michigan for the next stop in his journey, and it'll be fun to see how his good luck stopping me approach works against stiffer competition at the NCAA level. I think the worst case scenario here is you end up with a Radim Zohorna style player, but the ceiling, given what we've seen, could be a lot higher than that. Alright, that brings us to the end of the list and my personal favorite, the number one spot for this year, John Mustard. It's not just a great name, I actually had a hard time finishing up all my draft prep because I kept getting lost in John Mustard highlight loops. Mustard is electric with the puck, the kind of player who puts on a huge burst as soon as he gets possession and brings everybody in the crowd right to the edge of their seat. You just know something is going to happen when he comes through the neutral zone with possession. I think the trepidation about ranking him higher ties into his competition level this season, mixed in with some criticism surrounding his desire to play with the puck on his stick above all else. Mustard's impact isn't a 200-foot one by nature, but from the red line forward, he's already showing pro skill at gaining the zone with possession. Mustard plays the forward position with reckless abandon on the forecheck. He is an absolute menace in puck pursuit, but he's also got a very underrated and deep offensive toolbox. Maybe I just missed Jake Gensel, but that's the exact comp I think of when I watch Mustard play, especially because of his ability to just disappear amidst defenders and settle into open space. If there's a criticism here, it's that Mustard sometimes gets a little carried away with holding onto the puck, bypassing dish opportunities for long runs in the perimeter of the zone, looking for space for himself. I don't view that as a major issue though. Fact is, Mustard is electric with the puck on his stick. His acceleration, top speed, edge work, all are notable, but he also really bears down on the puck when he's gliding, creating a low center of gravity that makes him really tough to handle in possession. From a puck handling perspective, I'm not sure the Penguins have a player like this in their system and really haven't for some time. A volatile shooter, the puck comes off of Mustard's stick in an extremely unpredictable fashion, and it's really difficult for goaltenders to track the direction and speed in which it's heading. That's the list. Thanks for watching. I just realized this is the 17th year I've done a draft endorsement list for the Penguins, so super appreciate everybody engaging with them all 17 of those years. Don't forget to check back after the draft. We'll have a full video breakdown of everybody that the Penguins selected this year.